Today for the Bitcoin and Ethereum price with BitBoy we are going to talk about this specific question. And I can tell you guys, I'm personally not really believing in it, but after talking to BitBoy, I think it is maybe not all too far from the truth. Whether Ethereum is going to surpass Bitcoin, well, I really want to hear, how can this happen? When will it happen? And what specific arguments have you provided for us here today, BitBoy? So let's go straight into it. But before I'm doing that, I wanted to come to the most important question of today. BitBoy, how are you doing today, my man?
Well, I tell you what, I'm here in an office, and you're out there. It looks like on an island, so at a pool. So I think we know who's doing better between the two of us. I call vacations bear market things. So, guys, let me tell you what. I'm not on vacation right now, so that should tell you this ain't a bear market, right? Because if it was, I'd be at the beach. Okay.
Yeah. I have to say I was always at home hustling during a bear market, and during a bull market I started traveling 2 years ago. So for me it's the exact other way around. So that's another bull market indication right here.
There you go. Well, yeah, but getting back to what this video is about today, and what we want to talk about is, will Ethereum pass Bitcoin? And a lot of people believe it's unrealistic. A lot of, especially the Bitcoin maximalists, probably a lot of people that watch our channel, they're like, it'll never catch Bitcoin. Bitcoin's too far out in front. I think there's a lot of fundamental arguments for, why it will, but people just kind of don't want to hear that stuff. But we were just kind of looking at the numbers here a second ago. And the fact is, when you look at the market cap of Ethereum, it's right at the time of this recording, it's coming in at 332 billion, and Bitcoin's at 752 billion. So what that means is it's only like a 2x, almost like a 2.2x about for Ethereum to catch Bitcoin. Everybody always wants to talk about, well, Binance Coin or Cardano, they can pass Ethereum. Well, for Binance Coin to pass Ethereum, it has to 6x. I want you guys to think about that. Yeah. For Binance Coin to catch Ethereum, it's got a 6x. For Bitcoin to get caught by Ethereum, it's only about a 2.2x. It basically just has to double and a little bit more to catch it. So it's a very realistic scenario. And then when you look at kind of the just fundamentals of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, I mean, we understand, look, and I love Bitcoin. I'm not throwing Bitcoin under the bus. I own more Bitcoin than I own Ethereum. It's about 25 to 30% of my portfolio. So I love it. But from a fundamental perspective, just to think of all the things that you can do with Ethereum and Bitcoin, its use case right now is digital gold. That's all that it is right now. People say it can change the financial system, and there's a lot of positives to that. If Bitcoin were to become the world reserve currency, then certainly Ethereum probably wouldn't pass it. But that's not necessarily a given at this point. But Ethereum blowing up and becoming a platform for decentralized finance, NFTs, smart contracts, it's just got a lot more use case. And the argument, I know we were talking a little bit ago about how Bitcoin can also have smart contracts, but the thing is, Ethereum's already too far out ahead in that space. Cardano and Polkadot already too far ahead in that space, in my opinion. And the Bitcoin community is very aggressive towards, people who worked on altcoin projects coming over to Bitcoin. So I just don't see any possible way that that's going to be the future of Bitcoin. The future of Bitcoin is gold, digital gold. It will overtake the market cap of gold. I believe it will eat it and double it probably in the next, 5 to 10 years. But for Ethereum, the possibilities of the derivatives market and just everything it can bring into crypto, I believe has a lot more upside than Bitcoin. I know in a little bit we'll look at some other people that are believing this as well.
I do agree, actually, to a certain degree, and I'm holding a lot of Ethereum myself. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention that BitBoy's link is in the description and in the pinned comment. So if you haven't subscribed to him yet, which is unlikely because he has so many subscribers, go down below and subscribe to his channel for sure. I am holding a lot of Ethereum myself. It is, in fact, my second biggest holding, still far away from Bitcoin. But yes, it's true. Ethereum, actually, you have smart contract complete blockchain. You have like so much more functionalities. In theory, Bitcoin has that as well, actually, with there are some projects which are having a second layer on Bitcoin. You can deploy Solidity smart contracts on it. You can, in fact, even migrate your Ethereum-based project over to Bitcoin. Problem is, it's Bitcoiners behind. They're not really doing good marketing, and people don't even know about it, right? But, well, Bitcoin has a lot of interesting things to come, like a taproot and a lot of different things where you can even have anonymous functionalities on Bitcoin. So I'm still personally on the side that Bitcoin will remain king. But honestly, when I was looking at the numbers, just like the moon math, and there's just like a 2x, like considering that I think it's possible that BNB can swap Ethereum.
Exactly.
Like if I think that this is at least in the range of possibilities, then a 2x for Ethereum towards Bitcoin. So let's say Bitcoin 5x's, Ethereum 10x's, not impossible. No. I'm personally not seeing it, but it's definitely a very possible scenario. And now I want to remind the people on how I was saying the Wyckoff accumulation pattern is a possible scenario going down to 30K, unlikely but possible. Well, this is exactly what happened. Before I'm going to the next question, BitBoy, I wanted to know from the viewers, what do you personally think? I know you're watching this now on our channel, probably you are more on my side, saying that Ethereum is not going to surpass Bitcoin, but I want to know your personal opinion. What do you think about that? I will go down in the comment section and read through a few of your comments and also answer them. Are you thinking that Ethereum will surpass Bitcoin, or do you think Bitcoin will remain king? That would be very interesting. Of course, smash up the like button as well. And now, last but not least, I wanted to know from you, what is the moon math saying? What do you think is the price target for Ethereum riding the narrative of it actually surpassing Bitcoin?
Yeah, well, I think it's interesting that, you bring up, could Bitcoin 5x and Ethereum maybe 10x? And I think those are realistic scenarios. I mean, I believe it is probably closer to Bitcoin and Ethereum 10xing. But when you start to do the math on Bitcoin, on getting it to the stock to flow target of 289K, or my personal target of 322K, or there are some higher ones out there, you just start wondering, like, how in the world are these numbers going to work? How much money is there in the world right now to come into crypto? And I think we're starting to see, like, there may be some limitations there in the short term. But the interesting thing is, my target for Ethereum is $27,000. It has not changed. I still believe by between Halloween and Thanksgiving that's where we're going to see Ethereum ending up. Right now, Ethereum's coming in at like 28K or 2,800, excuse me. So that's about a 10x from here. I do personally believe that Bitcoin will get to 300K. Some people have it in the 150K range for the top, but I do believe it will get very close to 300K, if not, slightly exceeding it, which right now with Bitcoin at, $40,000 approximately, that is about a 7.5x and 8x, somewhere around there. When it was at 30K, that was easier math. That was a 10x, but it takes a little bit less than that right now. But here's what people aren't thinking about. Okay. When Ethereum 10x, when Ethereum hits its peak, that's going to be after Bitcoin has hit its peak and retraced. So we were
Most
to say,
likely, yeah.
If we were to say the Bitcoin were to 10, let's just say 8x from here. Let's say at 8x's, it goes all the way to 320K, and then it retraces 50%, like it usually does following the peak. Now it's at 160K. When Ethereum travels up to $27,000 to $28,000, and then you start to say, wow, that math is going to be really close. Somebody could probably actually work the numbers and see where the market caps would be at that point, but they would be neck and neck. I could definitely see a scenario where at the peak of the altcoin cycle that Ethereum peaks up above Bitcoin, and then of course in the bear market goes back down below it.
That would be incredible. I mean, I'm personally still on the other side. I would be fine with that scenario. I'm holding a lot of Ethereum, but that was interesting. Before we are saying goodbye, another very interesting statistic is if you are overlaying the axis towards the previous all-time high. Actually, right now, Ethereum is equally valued as Bitcoin. Ethereum having the previous all-time high at $1,300 or something. That's a 2-point-something x. Right now towards the previous all-time high, and Bitcoin also is at a 2-point-something x approximately towards the previous all-time high. Just like 1.5 weeks ago, they were exactly on par. So if you're just applying that moon math, of course, they are already equally valued right now. Or
well, I think it's
according to that.
I think it's almost exactly a 2x for both, because Bitcoin topped out at 20K. Right now, it's at 40K at the time of this recording. Right now, Ethereum's at 2,800. And the high, by most charts, was $1,418, basically $1,400. They're almost exactly 2x their all-time highs from last cycle.
Exactly.
That's pretty interesting.
And that was the whole last 1.5 years not the case. There was always a very big divergence, and Ethereum was severely undervalued towards Bitcoin, towards that specific metric. Right now, if you're just taking that metric, there is a perfect equal valuation towards the previous valuations in relation to each other. So this is a very interesting thing. Let's wait and see what the followers are saying towards that. I think it was very interesting to talk about that. You really bond the perspective here as to what's possible to happen, especially in regards to Ethereum in the future. So thank you so much for that. Thanks for everyone watching until the very end, for going down below, also subscribing to BitBuy, of course. And with that being said, do you have any last words to share before we are wrapping it up for today?
Yeah, just last thing is just remember, everybody, that London hard fork is coming. And by Tuesday of next week, we'll be able to say it's next month because it'll be in July. So we're getting very close to that London hard fork that's going to be burning billions of dollars worth of Ethereum. And that could be the catalyst to move Ethereum higher than we've ever seen it before.
Exactly. And I would personally be surprised if that's not like an event which is priced in beforehand already. Possibly. But so far, nothing crazy is happening. So let's wait and see. Thank you so much for the updates, BitBuy. We will see each other at the next one of MMCrypto and BitBuy also in the next week. And as always, guys, bye-bye.